Now, it takes some time when you're from outside an agricultural community to gain the trust of people from within the community. And that's a special moment when you're greeted as a local and someone shares something that's almost a secret with you, or a special opportunity. That means they trust you, and we take that trust very seriously. So we were approached by a local vineyard manager named David Weiss, and he was upset about something. And I asked him what was going on. And he told me that the fifth oldest vineyard in the county was going to get torn out and get replanted to Cabernet Sauvignon. And, I just said, well, that's, it sounds like it's too bad. And, is it old virus? Does it need to come out? And he said, no, it's actually in great shape. And that's why I'm really upset about this, because it's part of our identity. It's part of the culture of what we are here. And this became the dawning of a notion for me, and an understanding that we are part of our history. And that if we preserve that and honor that, we get a stronger notion of what we can be in the future. And so in visiting the vineyard, I was amazed. It is this kind of field blend on 7 acres, planted from 1901 until about the year of Prohibition, 1921. And it's a mix of over 20 different varieties. And we're still finding more, some of which I think might even be unique to the site, at least within California. And every day we go for a walk there, it is a story of strength and diversity. You walk around and you see these vines with small berries and large berries, and they could be the same variety, but they're different expressions of the same variety.
And there are red grapes and white grapes. And every time we've been there, we've found a new variety. And there are no trellises in that old part of the vineyard. And so you can just wander through. You're never taking the same walk twice, because you can wander among the vines wherever you want to. You're not kept in a little row like you are with most vineyards.
There is something very liberating about that, where you can just wander and have your thoughts to yourself, and each vine is its own individual, which brings up, the concept of modern vineyards, which are what they call a collection of clones. So clones are genetically the same. And the concept behind most modern vineyards is that you would take a little cutting from a mother vine, and you would propagate that cutting and keep on propagating it to the point where you have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of the same clone. And it's like a strange party, though, isn't it?
Right. It's a million Bobs.
Have you ever been to the party and had a great conversation with Bob, and then...
Right. And then you go to the next Bob. And
the next
another
one,
Bob,
and it becomes the
and
worst
it becomes
party.
Like a science fiction
It's
horror film.
Oh my gosh, it's no fun. So to be able to walk through the vineyard, every vine's an individual, even if they're the same variety, they have their own traits. It's really exciting because you never get tired of encountering these individuals. You're finding different ones all the time. Some which you've never met, never seen before, didn't even know happened in California.
Right. You're talking to Bob, and suddenly there's Jesus.
Right.
And there's Javier.
Right. Alexander.
Maxi.
Right. It's fantastic. So I jumped at the opportunity to make a wine from such a vineyard because we knew it would be unique, an expression of a place, but one that's rooted in its history. And that was important to us and important to the community. And I'm glad to report that the vineyard is now one that we own as part of Dancing Crow. And so that's exciting for everyone at Dancing Crow.
So the first year that we made the wine from the vineyard, Tony and Sarah asked us, so what's it going to taste like? How's it going to turn out? We said, well, let's find out.
Yeah, we have no idea.
So let's find out.
Let's find out. This is the first vintage that we've made, the 2018, and it is a field blend. And if you're not familiar with the concept of a field blend, it's one in which all the grapes are harvested simultaneously and fermented together. The reds, the whites, all of it. And we'll find out what it tastes like. Wow, I can smell it from here. It's amazing. That's got aroma.
It's like boysenberry.
And lavender. and a bit of plum.
And violet.
Wow. All right. We didn't make a mistake. Thank goodness.
We've made money, but not with this.
No, this is a good call. Wow, I could just hang out and smell this for a while. This is really good. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a dynamic palette. That's great.
Cherry and fig.
Boysenberry and blueberry and a little bit of that lavender comes back in the finish.
Some plum.
And just a tiny note of something savory that's like a dried herb, like thyme maybe. I can't quite get. Wow. This is like the best gift from 1901 we could ever have, huh?